Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 32 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of ATM9 Skies. Where my plan today is I would like to work towards getting some really uber powerful enchants. However, I did do a few things between episodes, so I want to show them to you first, and then we're going to get into the enchanting thing. Because I would like to get some like ridiculous gear if I can, and I think my access to unobtainium and all that stuff now will give me access to some really good gear, and I figured if I'm going to make the gear, might as well make the enchants. Sounds like a good plan, right? So that's what we're going to work on today, is getting into Apotheosis. I'd like to do the enchanting stuff and probably like the gems stuff. And if we can automate it so we can get access to like a lot of really cool gems, that would be fun. But we'll see when we get there. That's a little bit future state. So I want to look at that. And then, what else are we looking towards? So like the main thing we're looking, I guess, at getting towards now, if like we're following the quests, or not even the quests, but like progression in the pack, I guess you could call it. I think the next major task for us would probably be getting red matter. And for that, we're going to need some echo shards, and we're going to need plutonium pellets, it looks like. So let's just confirm. Red matter has no EMC, and the only way to get it is plutonium pellets from Mechanism, and echo shards, and dark matter, and insanium essence. Okay, and plutonium pellets, as we know, is generated from plutonium, which is generated from nuclear waste, which is from a fission reactor. You get the point. Or the waste radioactive comb. But if I remember correctly, these beads, they only produce waste radioactive combs if there's nuclear waste in like the atmosphere or the chunk that they're living in. So Mechanism nuclear reactor is absolutely in our future, mostly as usual for just getting plutonium and polonium and all that good stuff, right? And then we can get into red matter and whatnot. But before we get to that, I thought like we'd take a little break from progression so that I can get like a ton of cool items and gear. I really want like a really overpowered bow. So what do we have options for bows, by the way? Like there's a supremium bow, there's a flux infused bow. These are all options. Is there no like vibranium or unobtainium bow? Doesn't look like it, does it? I'm not really seeing a lot. That's one thing that I noticed. Not many mods add bows. Like, plenty of mods add armor and tools. Very few mods wind up adding bows. Some do. There's a few. There's definitely a few. But there ain't many. I want to have bows and just dire things. So when I get there, I haven't started working on the bows yet, but I've got ideas on how my bows will work. I'm just, wrapping up some other stuff before I get to it. Now, there is Draconic Bow. That's true. And Chaotic Bow. We could look into that, dude. That might be like bananas level. We're going to need some bananas level storage if we're going to get into Draconic Evolution. Yeah, that could be fun. We really need to get into Draconic at some point. There's so many mods to like, we haven't even scratched the surface of, right? Like, when was the last time we played with Draconic Evolution? I'm excited at that opportunity. So anyway, let me show you what I worked on between episodes. Real quick, I made a smithing template autocrafter. Check out this cool dude, because I'm pretty proud of this design. And I just whipped it up between episodes. So I'm keeping a smithing template in stock in this ME interface. So there's always one sitting here. And then I'm using Laser IO to keep exactly one smithing template, netherite upgrade in here. Okay, and then I have a pattern that says, hey, if you put diamonds and netherrack in here, you will get a smithing template upgrade, right? Because if we look at this dude, you'll know, like, that makes two of them, right? But I told the pattern, diamonds plus netherrack equals one smithing template upgrade. So watch what happens when I ask for a smithing template upgrade. You ready? It's going to say, hey, here's 7 diamonds, here's 1 netherrack, boom, and it made just 1. And what it did is, it took the smithing template out, like, it used this, turned this into 2, okay, and then it put them in the A system, and one of these moved into here to fill this slot up, and then one of the ones that it auto-crafted automatically goes in the interface. Isn't that cool? So I could be like, hey, give me 4, and like, no problem, right? How neat is that? And it'll always keep 1 in there and 1 in there. So, like, we should never lose the smithing templates. I don't know how many of those we're going to need, but I suspected we might need a few, because I think you need those if you want to get the unobtainium armor, which I'm going to want to get. Because flying around for a few minutes in the nether at the end of last episode made me realize my armor ain't that good. I would like better armor, please. And that's the plan. We're going to do that. We're going to get better armor. So let's start with Hell Shelves. That's the first step along the way. And what's cool is if you're new to Apotheosis and like the complex enchants, I know I've done it a few times and I still forget like, you know, which shelves are good, and I usually just kind of come up with my own shelf pattern. They actually give you like the best possible enchanting setup, which is kind of cool. Like that is kind of cool. And it'll give you everything you need to do to have perfect 100% everything, along with 6 enchanting clues, and even the treasure enchants from the deep shelf of arcane treasures, which is neat. I don't know exactly what treasure enchants are. According to the book, it says that these are enchants that you normally can't get via the enchanting table, but it includes curses, I think. So I don't know if treasure enchants are good or not. We'll find out together. But step 1 is making hell shelves. So to get hell shelves, we are going to need a bunch of stuff. So we're going to need some potions of regeneration and some nether bricks. We have some nether bricks, so that's cool. How about you get me like 60 more? Is that doable? Hey, that was easy. Sweet. Potion of regen is just a brewing with gas tier and netherite, right? Or nether wart. So do we have a brewing stand handy? I don't know if we ever made a brewing stand, but we're going to. And that should be cool. How about you chill right there in the corner? Is that good? And we'll get some blaze dust. And we'll get some water bottles. Now, can I do this and then this? Yeah, I wasn't sure if that would work. What if I did that? That seems like it works. Why you stop? Oh, you don't stack them? Not at all? Okay. Today I forgot. Okay. And then wart. Bottles. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And how about 4 gassed tiers as well? So you go in there, you go in there, and then we can. That's right. You're not going to be obvious what you are, right? That cool? And that cool. And I did not stop to think about, like, hey, what would be the number that I need? So I'm just getting a bunch of regen potions, and we'll see how it goes. If I need more, I'll get more. Easy peasy. Okay. And now we can get some hell shelves. Okay. And that will allow me to get slightly better stuff here. So I can replace these. So remember, there's 3 stats you care about in Apotheosis. Quick refresher on this. And there's many different bookshelves that all have different stats on them. But the 3 main ones are Eterna, which is like your level of enchants, which in vanilla Minecraft only gets up to 15, I want to say. But like in this mod, you can get up to 50. Yeah. And then you've got so like Eterna gives you higher level enchants access, right? So like you can get up to like looting 9 or looting 10 or something crazy high like that when you get beyond the base Eternas. So the higher your Eterna, the higher level enchant you're allowed to have access to. Quanta is like a randomizer. It makes it like you might have better or you might have worse. So the higher your Quanta means you might get even better enchants than your Eterna allows, but you might also get worse enchants than your Eterna allows. And the higher the level of Quanta, the more fluctuation there is. Arcana gives you a better chance of getting the rare enchants over the common enchants, which sometimes is good and sometimes is bad, because like sometimes I want protection, which is a common enchant, and if I have really high Arcana, it means it's extremely unlikely that I'm going to get protection. So Arcana is like a mixed bag, right? And then there's rectification, these guides that will reduce the quanta's negative effects. So if you want to have a good shelf setup, you want 100% quanta with 100% rectification, and then you'll always get better in chance than what your quanta can get you. And that's basically what we're going to work towards. So to progress here, there's a couple things we need. C shelves are 1.5 up to 22.5. So this has quanta in it, and this has arcana in it. Okay. Let's get a few C shelves. That doesn't sound like a terrible idea. We're just going to need some puffer fish. Puffer fish. Fish essence, you say. Or that, or that, or that, or that, or that. I mean, fish essence sounds cool. What would I get? Fish essence needs soul jar of fish, which we can put any fish in there. Do we have any numbers of fish? We don't really. That's a bummer. But we could get a fisher from foregoing, couldn't we? Yeah, let's do that. Is that cool? We'll get a fisher from foregoing to get fish going. And we'll just put it over like a little 3x3 of water somewhere. Also, you know what I did between episodes? Is I put all three of these here. And then I think I stopped this from running. Like I basically removed the power from over here. So I'll leave this setup. But like there's 3 slots for the ore laser base thing. So we could 100% just like do that. And it's getting all 3 types for me. See, I happen to get vibranium that time. It extracts quickly, but trust me, I'm getting all 3 types from this. See, there was an aldemodium that popped out. And if we look at unobtainium, we have a decent amount of that as well. See, unobtainium just popped in and out. So let's get some water. 3 buckets should make a 3x3. And we'll get a little marine fisher going here. Where's a nice place that I can set this Uber? He's going to need power too. I feel like what I could do, if I wanted to, what if I put the marine fisher here? Right? And then you just need a little bit of power to make that happen. Yeah. Ultimate. You. I'm going to actually break you guys because I feel like I don't need you at the moment. Okay. And then, did I want that there? Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you are not what I want. We'll let you fish. Now, do you just need 1 source block, or do you need a 3x3? Let's put 1 there and see what happens. Is that enough to get you fishing? You might need a 3x3. Marine fisher from foregoing manual. Do I have a foregoing manual? I think there should be a foregoing manual around here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Marine fisher. When placed above a 3x3 pool and 1 block deep, it will start fishing. Goodbye, water. All right, so you're going to need to be 3x3-ish. So you're going to go here, basically. Like that. And then all the way around. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Now remind me, is pneumatic wrapped in here? It is. Cool. That's also a fun one to do some cool tricks with. So now are you behaving yourself? And fishing for me? Yeah, you are. Sweet. All right, and then you can output, push, top, pufferfish happening. Cool? That works for me. Wow, you are getting a lot of fish. Just look how many fish you're getting. Holy cow, that's a lot of fish. He can't even keep up with the extracts. I'm assuming that he will eventually clear itself out, right? So that's cool. And now I can get seashells if I want. If I have prismarine. Do I have prismarine? I have a little bit of prismarine shard. Remind me where I get that from. I could haunt lapis, but I don't have any create set up. I can sieve sand. Elder Guardian prediction. Felt like there was another way to get prismarine. Well, if I need a lot of it, we'll set something up. But for now, I mean, that is a lot that I'm going to need prismarine shards for. How about I just get one seashell for the time being? Just a quest complete? I'm on board with that. Okay. And then that's some experience and other infusion types. It's not just bookshelves that can be infused. Oh man, that's cool. Yeah, the library stuff is neat. That's always a good thing to get. So yeah, you're cool. And this is explaining all those things that I just explained to you a minute ago. Dormant. I guess I'll make one just for funsies. Do we not have any deep sleep? Just to have it. Cool. And then there's if you want to reduce certain things, like if you want to drop your Arcana down. Remember I said Arcana can sometimes be bad? B shelf drops Eterna but gives you 100% Quanta all at once, which is neat. Yeah, those are ways to do that. So now what we want to do is infuse our hell shelves. So infusion is how you progress in Apotheosis. And you need to enchant your hell shelves, and you have to have at least 22 and a half, and you have to have at least 30 quanta, and you need 45 levels. Okay? So 22 and a half and 30. And when you look at your bookshelf, you'll see what you've got when you put something in there, right? So we're at 16 and a half because we have 15 from our vanilla bookshelves, and then we have a little extra from our hell shelf over there. And we have a little bit of quanta, which is cool. You can also see it in the top there. So as I add more of these dudes, you're adding quanta and eterna. So see how it's bumping up? 22 and a half and 30. So now I should be able to see infusion at 45. So if I get 45 experience, I can infuse. And now I've got a hell shelf that does more Eterna and more Quanta. The better part of that, though, is that you can bump that up. So you can take that infused hell shelf and make it even better by either crafting these dudes, blazing hell shells, which give you more Eterna and more Quanta, but minus enchanting clues, which I don't personally like. Or glowing hell shells, I think that's usually the one I get, which has Eterna, Quanta, and Arcana on it all at once, which is neat. Cool. And you can do the same with seashells, right? So I can infuse seashells. Which needs 22 and a half, 15, and 10% Arcana at least. So whatever we do here, we need 10 Arcana if we want to infuse. That's why we're not getting infusion at 45, and we're only getting soulbound. Okay? We need more Arcana. So if I upgrade you guys to glowing, that should get me some Arcana. That gets me up to 12% Arcana, and then I can infuse you. Now, as you bump your levels up, you might need a little bit more experience to... But at this point, with all the stuff I've got going on, I'm not worried about it, right? Now I can infuse my C shelf, and that gets me access to, like my hell shelves, a bunch of other cool types of shelves that have better stats. So like your infused is 1.75 of Eterna and Arcana, and then this becomes 242. This becomes minus 5% rectification, so that's not great. But then it gives you access to the rectification one, which is this path. So you have to get infused seashells with honeycomb and amethyst, and then gilded black stone and amethyst, and then purple blocks and amethyst. And that'll get you 25% rectifications. So when you get 4 of these, you can have 100% rectification and you're cool. Which we'll get to. Like, we'll make all this at some point soon. Now, each of these will lead to a deep shelf. Now, why do I need blazing to get to my deep shelf? There's the deep shelf I just made. Why do you want me to have blazing first? I don't know, but I guess I'll get a blazing hell shelf real fast. So to get that, we're going to want to upgrade you to blazing. Cool. And then you are a heart forged. So I need a heart of the sea. Oh my goodness, that's a thing. Or a bunch of nautilus shells. We have a few nautilus shells because we get them from... I have no idea where we've gotten them from. Quest rewards, maybe? But if we got prismarine shards and fish essence, we could do that. Now, what about Heart of the Sea? What gets you? You need a bunch of different essences around a nautilus shell. Or we could enchant it. I'm avoiding this because that's really expensive, right? I'm avoiding this. We might do that. We'll see. I feel like this might be the better way to go. All I would need to add here is you and you. Do we have diamond essence? I don't think we do, but we could get diamond seeds, right? Yeah, we could. I never did diamond essence, right? No, I do have diamond essence. Okay. Yeah. And I've been auto crafting those, but that's something that we could stop doing. Yeah. All right. So first, if we want nautilus shells, we are going to need fish essence and prismarine essence. Okay. So prismarine is just tertium and prismarine agglomerate, which I should be able to get. Okay. And then tertium. And that means that for prismarine needs going forward, I shouldn't have too much of a problem, right? Because I can totally prismarine this, and I assume also this. So that is cool. Okay, prosperity seed base. I'm going to want a few more of those. Okay, now for fish essence, we are going to need soul jars. Doot. So we're going to need 1, 2... soul dust. Shouldn't be too bad. Come on. And then I believe it's fish, right? That I just put in there. So fish, any fish. Right? So I do that and fish. Power for fish should work. That works for me. And then fish essence is prudentium. Cool. And I assume that that's a Solium base seed. Yep. No surprise there. Okay. So Solium seed. And boom. Cool. And then U4. Boom. Cool. Okay. You go away. Don't need you guys. Don't need you. Building gadget. So how about on the other side? Right? So there's your harvester pylon. So on the other side of your harvester pylon, we will do you and you. You. And you. And that seems to have worked. Okay, and then you, and that's cool. And you should be getting fish and prismarine drops. Fish and prismarine drops, both of which will go over here because you have multiple crafts that you can benefit from, right? And you should probably have a functional upgrade. Cool. Deal? Deal. Okay. Fish, put it back in, prismarine, out and in, and now we're cool. Okay. Now, how should we keep diamonds in stock? That is a question. Diamonds. How are we for diamonds? We are pretty darn good on diamonds. So how about, instead of auto-exporting diamonds, we snag a diamond essence. Hey, I said snag a diamond essence, but remember everything, please. Thank you. Remember, that's where diamonds go. And diamond essence will go into the I want to have 65,000 of them chest, not into the 4,000 one. Okay, so now any excess diamonds should go in here, and that can be used. Now the only thing we need left is squid seeds if we want to get that route. So you're all done, right? And the only reason I need squid seeds is so I can make Heart of the Sea for only one Nautilus shell, rather than using a lot of Nautilus shells and a lot more complicated of a craft. So for squid seeds, we're going to need squid jars, which are going to need ink sacs. Okay. Soul dust. And at some point, I will figure out how to make that better. So soul jars. $11. Technically, I only needed 3. Well, no, I did actually need. Yes. And then 1, 2. That. 1, 2. Now, ink sacs. We have a few ink sacs. I can get them with what? Where do I get ink sacs from? With prediction. I have a few. Where can I get? Oh, they have EMC. There you go. Now we're cooking. Oh, they have EMC. That makes my life a lot happier. All right. So you're done. You're in. Okay. You're done. And that's cool. Wow, you take a lot of ink sacs. But it'll be worth it. Well, maybe. We'll see how worth it is. I don't know if it'll be crazy worth it, but it'll be worth it, worth it. Okay. Oh, so close. I was hoping that I wouldn't need to use up more time in a bottle on it, but I'll just use a little bit. Okay, so you guys go away. You're done, you're done, you're done. Okay, you are used to make solium seeds. You can backpack, you can move, you can go away. You guys go 1, 2, 3. And what tier is this, by the way? Prudentium. Prudentium times 4. And go. And then get my gadget out again. Because you're going to go here. It's nice knowing that I'll always have 12 of those things in stock. That is cool. Ink, seeds, boop-a-doop-boop. Squid essence is what it's called. That can go in a 4K. Dude. Okay? And now I can teach you how to make Nautilus shells and Heart of the Sea, which we may need for other things in the future, so that'll be good. All right, let's wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. We'll do more Apotheosis Enchanting and more other fun stuff. For now, Adult and I sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. For now, take it easy.